Tekken Talks said a lot. You had Michael Murray, you had Harada, you had the team there talking about 3 million sales for Tekken 8. You had them talking about new stuff that's happening. You have so much things, new ranks, Anna, so much things going on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly unpack what is going on. And yeah, let me just show you what's good, man, because yeah, I'm excited. Like, I know you have heard me complain quite a bit about the game. I just thought the game was in a bad state. But when I'm looking at this and looking at the stuff that they announced, there's a lot of good things in there, and it seems like they are listening. I feel like a lot of the stuff that has been said is things that we've spoken about on the Mandem Lobby podcast. So make sure you lot tune into that and listen to some of the stuff that we are saying. We're not saying stuff because we want to complain about the game and hate on the game. Like, my whole channel's built up off of Tekken. Do you know what I mean? But Tekken 8 has been, they've done I would like to say a brave approach to the game. They're trying to make it brand new. And I feel like it's not being received well. So, I feel like I have to be vocal about it, I have to be honest. So first things first, let's go over the first slide. So the first slide says, together we've reached 3 million. Thank you. Now, I don't know how I feel about the 3 million number, because obviously Street Fighter, they're on 4.4 million at the minute from what I've like done my research on. And that's over the course of 2 years. Tekken's only been out for a year and they're on 3 million. Now, I do feel like there was a bit of a struggle when it comes to sales, because they done things that I feel like might not have been in the original game. Like, they said stuff like, for example, that Fakaram and Marduk was meant to be in the game. That got changed, Heihachi, we don't know 100% if it's got changed or not, but it seemed like there was a lot of desperation in both DLCs for Season 1, which is obviously Heihachi and Clive. They said that Clive was planned from before. I don't really believe that, if I'm honest. I do believe Clive was kind of like the card to say, all right, cool, we need sales and we need more people to play. I think Clive might have brought in new players and maybe boosted this up to 3 million. But I do feel like Heihachi, I don't know if he added in extra sales personally. I feel like people that bought Tekken already knew about Heihachi already. I don't feel like Heihachi was like this, oh wow, we need to buy the game because Heihachi is in the game. I feel like that happened with Clive, because Clive is a part of Final Fantasy, and everyone that's a part of the Final Fantasy series or Final Fantasy fans like myself, we would look at that and be like, oh hey, like he's in this game. Let's try out Tekken for once, And that's how the guest characters kind of work when it comes to boosting up the sales. As you can see, Street Fighter have characters from Fatal Fury, and then obviously Fatal Fury have characters from Street Fighter. So this is becoming a common reoccurrence into fighting games, like getting guest characters to kind of boost up the sales. 3 million, I don't know how I feel towards that. Obviously, this is the first year. We've got many more years to come. I do feel like the season pass needs to come with a character that everyone could kind of play. I don't feel like everyone will play Anna. Do you know what I mean? I also don't feel like everyone will play, Heihachi and all these other characters. So I do feel like there needs to be a character like, Bob or, I don't know, Miguel, that's easily accessible to everyone. Anna's not really my kind of character. I will play her in ranked, but I just ain't gonna play her that much. So moving on. On this slide, it says Tekken 8 has reached 3 million copies sold around its first anniversary. Thank you for continued support. This milestone was achieved at a faster pace than Tekken 7, which has sold over 12 million copies to date. 12 million copies over a course of like 5, is it 7 years? Yeah, it's over a long period of time. That is, I don't know what to think about that, because obviously Tekken 7 never had a budget, whereas Tekken 8 has a budget. So 12 million over 7 years, 3 million, it could grow, it could blow up. I feel like when games are already out and people have already purchased it over the first, 3 months, I feel like sometimes the games could kind of spike even more, but it all depends on what is in that DLC. So it doesn't have to be, like a guest character, but there's characters that should be returning that people will probably play. I think Bruce, Bardock, those type of characters, they're very, very common characters. But what I think is that yeah, they're gonna just I don't know what they're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the guest characters even more anyway. So let's move on. All right, so we have the Anna trailer here, and obviously I've reacted to it. I've done a breakdown to it. A lot of people are excited about her new look. You know, she's got her hair going over her eye and stuff like that. Again, like I said, Anna being in the game, being first DLC for me, I just don't think it's like very attractive for new players. But there are people that like Anna, and obviously she is a staple in Tekken, so she should be in the game regardless. So I'm not saying she shouldn't be in the game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying as a DLC for season 2, it's not that exciting to many players. You know, I think maybe they should have done what they did before with Tekken 7 Season 2, where they brought Marduk and Armor King. Those are returning favorites. People might not like Marduk and Armor King. Well, they might not like Marduk because of how he is as a character and, you know, he's cheap and stuff, but he was easy accessible, you know. He's got the Val 2 though, MMA stance and stuff like that. He just looks like a sick character. Not saying Anna don't look sick, like her, the way how she's dressed and everything, her outfits are always like 10-10, you know? But for me personally, I just don't know if she was. Oh wait, sorry. In Tekken 7 Season 2, it wasn't Marduk and Armor King and that stuff. Sorry, it was Anna and Lei. Right? So that was my bad. But yeah, I would have rather chose Marduk and Armor King or a character like that. So this is interesting to see this character. And obviously, she's wielding her rocket launcher, grenade launcher. What do we call this? Rocket launcher or grenade launcher? She's wielding that weapon quite a lot. So, you know, weapon characters are not going away anytime soon. So we've got Law with the nunchucks, we've got Nina with the pistol, we've got Victor with the sword, daggers, and you know, the gun. Like, I don't know if there's any other characters that would. Oh, Yoshimitsu as well, but Yoshimitsu's given, you know, Yoshimitsu's always been a sword character. It's interesting. It's interesting to see this character like this, you know, and just shooting and stuff like that. Maybe people from Resident Evil might want to play this game. And oh, this effect that happens as well. Did you notice that in this trailer, right? In this trailer, look, just go back. When that's a new grab. But when she does that thing where she shoots down, did you not notice that Nina was highlighted a bit in purple? You'll see it in a second. And then when she gets hit, look, she's highlighted a bit in purple. Then when she gets hit, there's like a red effect that kind of breaks it. So I don't know. It could just be just visual effects from something. I don't know, but it does look like there's something there. I have no idea what it could be. I have no idea. Like, that's just from what I saw, right? This rage art is pretty good as well. I think it's pretty sick. They're in this kind of like, you know, this next dimension. She's got this helicopter shooting at her. Yeah, it's cool. Anna seems like a cool character. Like, don't get me wrong. She definitely looks like a cool character. This next part is what I want to talk about, which is the season pass. She's available in March 2025 for early access for people that buy the season pass, and obviously April the 3rd or the 4th for official release. Now, here's the outfits. The outfits look really cool. Can't lie, these outfits look cool. But this is what I want to talk about to you. So this is the season character and stage pass. So they don't even call this a season pass. It's called season 2 character and stage pass. Now, we have 4 characters, right? We have 4 characters. And we have 2 stages. Now, if you ask me what I would want, if I was, you know, if Bandai Namco said, oh yeah, what would you want? Would you want 4 stages and 2? Would you want 2 stages and 4 characters, or would you want 6 characters and no stages? I personally would have chose 6 characters and no stages. I think the stages is cool in Tekken as it is. We have quite a bunch of stages. It would be good to see new stages for sure, but there is so many characters missing in this game. Like, so many characters. We've got Miguel, we've got Marduk, we've got Bruce, Armor King, Lucky Chloe, Katarina. You know, there's so many characters. Gamryu, Bob. Like, there's a lot of characters missing in this game that I personally feel like should have been in this game. Anna starting is cool. And they've actually said that. 1 second. So yeah, as you can see, Anna is going to be starting. And then we have 2 returning legacy characters, they said. And then they said we have 1 brand new character. So now I'm going to explain something to you. When usually we have a brand new character, they stick them at the end. And obviously that will make people be excited, right? So we're going to have 1 character at the end of the season pass, right? And brand new character. That means we already have 2 characters, and we got to guess who these characters are. Like, you know, it could be Lei Hulong and Marduk. It could be Marduk, Fakrab, and somebody else. Who knows? It could be another. It could be another female character. You know, it could be Kunibitsu. You know, we don't know what this past is, but again, this is another year of this game, so it's kind of annoying because it then makes me feel like, okay, what do I have to wait another year? You know, to get a good roster like for this game. Like the roster's okay as it is. Obviously, I played Leroy, but I would love to see Bardock or Ganryu or Bob or Lucky Chloe or just these characters. Even Mokujin being in the game would be sick, like as a free download, just to get people excited again. Like if you like Bandai, if you watch this, because I know you definitely watch the MDL podcast and stuff like that, because a lot of the changes are in the game, and we thank you. Like I definitely thank you from the bottom of my heart. This, um, this as I'm gonna say right now, this change is cool, but you have to bring in Mokujin or a character that people remember. Like Eddie and that is cool, but Mokujin will definitely bring in sales. Everyone remembers Mokujin. I don't know why he's not in the game. But yeah, moving on, we're gonna show you some more stuff. All right, so moving on, they're talking about season 2 policy. So they said expanded the strategic options of the heat system to allow players to showcase their individuality. The other one said reevaluate the offense and defense balance of the heat system, improve controls for more accessible gameplay. Right. So like if we move forward, one thing I realized, yeah, that they said enable a return to a crouching state from upon hitting a heat activation move by inputting 1, 2, or 3, which is interesting. But then they also said make it possible to perform heat smash or heat burst from certain characters' unique stances. So Leroy couldn't do a heat burst in stance. But then I feel like in this game now, in season 2, you'll be able to go into that and then do a heat burst. Like that would be sick. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, but then we've also seen that Zafina now has an install. So this orb is something new to Zafina. So I wonder if, like, one thing I realized is that obviously when you put Zafina into heat, she doesn't lose any of her health. So what move allows her to get into this? Maybe it might be her parry or something like that. I have no idea, but yeah, there is a move that allows her to get into heat. I mean, get her orb glowing. So I've always thought that was pretty interesting. So look, they showed off like the power crush from stance. So that's pretty sick. And then obviously you got Anna. So they're showing like the full crouch stuff. So when you run, as you can see, like the run is pretty sick. Like it's like they kind of like creeping in when they do the run. So I think it's pretty sick. So then the next change is, let's see, so they're just showing the Anna stuff. Even Anna's combo is sick. Oh, it does have an effect. I didn't see this. Look, I was trying to tell you, look, it does have an effect. Oh wow. Oh wow, it does have an effect. Look at Nina's display picture. Watch. Look, can you see it? Like she has this thing, and it's like it's got this thing over her where it's like kind of like draining down. I did not know that. That's insane. Okay, so that's good to know. I wonder what that does. Yeah, so that's something different. So yep, they got a bunch of other stuff as well that they've spoken about. So this is like the offensive, defensive stuff. Azucena now has running 3-2 into stance, and then even up forward 2 if that hits. Look, she got running 3-2 into stance, which is insane. That's gonna be really annoying. But yeah, she has that. She also has 3-3 is now heat engager, new heat engager. So yeah, they've allowed lateral movement towards the foreground from crouch state. So if you duck now, you can double tap down to sidestep into the camera. Like that's gonna be sick. So there's no, one player, two player stepping in certain directions and stuff like that. You could literally step both ways, which is amazing. Obviously, Virtuify has been doing that for years, but yeah, they now have it in Tekken, which I think is sick. So they actually show like how you can step in that. So it's pretty sick. So that's the one stepping away. So this is showing you like certain things. But this one, look. So they step it into the left and now he's going to step to the right from crouching, which is sick. So this is a very good change, very good defensive tool. Again, I was kind of hoping for something a bit more defensive than this, but it's still a good tool, right? So then now they've got season 2, so they're now talking about ranked match specific changes. So they implement a proper matchmaking based on skill level, create a competitive and fair point system, develop an environment that maintains goal and ensures long-term enjoyment. So they've added new ranks. That's one thing, right? They mitigated disparity in matchmaking, revised the rank system, point system, and the rank match point system, and then implement rank reset, adding new ranks. So from here, there's going to be, in season 2, Tekken Power is no longer used for matchmaking. Instead, the system considers the highest rank among all characters for matchmaking purposes. They also add, if I can find it, specific change, right? So they've also added, they also show you this. So they added a same rank only option to search filters to enhance matchmaking precision. So like, say for example, I wanted to play against just Tekken God Supreme. I can find someone that's got Tekken God Supreme and vice versa. So remember, like, this is the first time, and this is stuff that I was been asking for a very long time. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm at a rank and I can't find anyone. And I'm like, why can't you just do same rank? Like, what is the problem with just doing same rank? But now they've changed it. And they said they implemented a rank restriction option in quick match search filters as well. So that's sick. And also as well, adjust point fluctuation based on match outcomes to better reflect actual skill differences, recalibrate the required points of each rank to create more meaningful progression as well. So that's sick. So as you can see here, in season 1, you know, against a higher ranked opponent, it used to be win, you get medium points, lose, you get medium points. And then against a lower ranked person, you win, you get small points, and then the lose is medium. But now what they've done is, against a high ranked opponent, your points will be, you'll get a large amount of points, but then if you lose, you get small amount of points. So it's less risk. But if you fight someone that's a lower ranked opponent, you win, you get small amount of points, but if you lose, you get a lot of points taken away. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. And that's fair enough to me. And then obviously they've enhanced it. So for red ranks below, bonus points increase progressively based on consecutive wins, starting from just two victories, which is sick. So yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking the changes. I think it's cool. Refine the promotion bonus, improve the system to prevent unintended advantages from rank inflection. So they showed something else from here. So they're getting rid of the. So this is how it is if you have your highest rank. So at 100 Dan, you go back to Tekken King, which is fine. Cool. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. You know, I guess we could get to play. So they now introduced. Sorry, I feel like I've skipped something. So you don't get a. See if you lose, yeah. If you lose 3, you don't get a loss bonus anymore. That's been removed. So that's pretty sick. They've now introduced 8 ranks beyond God of Destruction. Implement higher promotion difficulty in these ranks. So these are the God of Destruction. Now I know a lot of people on the internet have been saying they don't like the name and they don't like the way how this looks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really mind it. It's pretty cool. You know, you go to a tournament and you say, what rank are you? Oh yeah, I'm God of Destruction 3. Oh no, you're God of Destruction 3? I'm God of Destruction Infinite. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You can really flex on that. Like, I know people are like, looking at it, but these gems and stuff like that, this is sick. You know, you got all the gems. And then you just got Infinite. Like, this is bad. I think this is Azazel, gold Azazel. So this is the way how they designed it. So Azazel here is God of Destruction with the chains broken. And then this is Azazel as gold, right? And then you've got gold Azazel and then you have normal Azazel. Pretty sick. So I don't know how this is going to work, but what I would suggest to Bandai Namco, if you are watching this, is I suggest that you do, you should do death matches around these ranks. These ranks, you should be allowed to death match because this will be the best of the best. I know people are going to be like, but then people would cheat so they can get to the highest rank. I mean, we've had people cheating the whole lifespan of Tekken 7 and not got banned. Like, I think at this rank, this is the battle of the gods. The God of Destruction rank should be like, you should be able to deathmatch. I think that would be sick. That this would be the perfect place. Maybe if you get to God of Destruction 5 onwards, you could deathmatch or something. I don't know. But I think it would be sick. I think this is a perfect time to do that. So moving forward, we have March, which has version 1.13, enables battles between you, your own ghost, and those of other players. And then you have implement the new Tekken Ghost Showdown mode, which is in May, version 2.1. Obviously, April is version 2, so that's where season 2 starts. And then June is version 2.2, version 202, as functionality to provide instructions and evaluations to ghosts. So that's pretty sick. So this ghost battle thing, they've been showing as well. So again, like I said, this ghost battle, just to briefly touch over it, they have a new place in the fight lounge where you can do all this stuff. I'm trying to find it quickly so it's easier, but if I can't find it, it's cool. Yeah, so you could literally, so you're in the center. So where the center is where the ghost versus ghost is. And you could cheer your ghost on. You could make your ghost be offensive. You could make your ghost be balanced, defensive, or aggressive, depending on what you want. And again, like I said, it's pretty good. Like the ghost thing, there's content here for it. It's interesting. You know, there's new stuff. You know, you could teach it combos and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, like moving on, I think that is it. Then they're moving on to the schedule of the TWT. So it's going to start off with Evo Japan on May the 9th. Then obviously the tour finishes in November, and then the finals finishes in 2026, which is, it's a pretty interesting why they're doing it so late. But yeah, that is it. But let me know what you lot think about all the changes, man. Like these changes they're very interesting. I do like the fact that they have been transparent about things. I do feel like, if you want my honest opinion, I still feel like there's still some mechanics that needs to be done. Obviously, we still have another Tekken Talk where they're going to probably talk about the whole changes of the game. We've already seen some stuff like Dragonos QCF4 does not hit grounded. As I said, is running 3-2 now goes into stance. You know, Zafina now has she now has an install, but we don't know how to activate that or anything or how it works. And we've got Anna coming in. I think that's cool. I'm happy with the ranks. I know people on Twitter were complaining about like, oh yeah, maybe you should rank it something different and stuff like that. But I mean, it's whatever. It's just like you're in this God of Destruction part now, you know? I think that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not a big fan of, I think I've spoke about everything about sidestep, heat dash. Oh, the heat dash damage nerf as well, that's been added. The new elo system to kind of match with other people, that's cool. I'm still not a fan of heat engages being plus 17. I think they should be a bit more lower, in my opinion. Heat engages being plus 17, especially safe heat engages like Jin's 442 and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, you get a hit, then you get a mix-up. It's like, don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about that. They still, like, they say defensive options, but sidestepping is a defensive option. Yes, you're right. But then at the same time, it's not truly a defensive option to stop you from getting rushed down, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not really buying that. As I think it should be like maybe +5 or something like that. And then the heat dashes should be like +3 or something. Like the frames don't need to be so high on plus. You know what I mean? Because the mix, all it just allows is the game to be so volatile. Like, and it feels like season 2 is still gonna be like very aggressive. They have changed that the heat engages, the high power crush heat engages are now gone. So each character now has different moves that go into heat. So you know, like Shaheen's one, Victor's one, Azucena's one. Like all of these, I think Jin's one is gone as well now. So they've all gone. And then obviously in season 2, every character gets a new move. We see Nina do the kick and shooting one. We see a few of the new moves, but yeah, like it'll be great to see what type of stuff they put in there, because new moves doesn't always necessarily mean that, oh, it's a good thing. They might put a new move in and the new move is busted or it's broken or something happens and then they need to fix it before Evo. I do feel like them bringing it out 1 month before Evo 2025 or Evo Japan 2025 hits when the tour starts. I think that's a very good idea. It gives enough time to get a grasp of what's going on and they can make the quick changes that they need to. But yeah, moving on, I think, like I said, I really enjoyed that Tekken Talk. I enjoyed everything, or I'd say a large amount of things that they did say. They've got a lot of collaborations that's going on. They did speak about whether they should announce the characters at the start of the season, or announce them as the year goes on, or as the season pass goes on. What do you lot think about that? We're gonna do a separate video talking about that because I have my opinions about it. But yeah, if you lot are locked into this video, remember to subscribe, and we will be on to the next video. I want to know what you lot think about just overall with this Tekken Talk stuff, because they've announced a lot of things and shown a lot of things. I personally think it's a good thing, but what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll be on to the next video. Take it easy, and yeah, see you in season 2.